Hello everybody, Zachary Fruling, aka Cozy Azeroth here. I am working my way through a large number of TI Basic and TI Extended Basic type-in programs from computer magazines and computer newsletters, users group newsletters from the late 1970s all the way through the 1980s and into the early 1990s. I stumbled upon this interesting sounding program. It doesn't really have a name so much, but it's called, basically I'm calling it the Amiga Boing demo. It's basically a demo for the TI-99 4A that mimics a Amiga demo that appeared in Amiga advertisements in the time period. So I'm going to read the brief program description, the article in which it describes a user-submitted program for this magazine. This was in Micropendium, May 1986, in case you're wondering. I'll also post a link to the program listing down in the video description on YouTube after the fact. So if you're catching this on YouTube, you can see this original program listing via the link that I will post with this video. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Take that, Amiga 520 ST. John Hamilton of Des Moines, Iowa writes, after taking so much guff from Commodore, Amiga, and Atari 520 ST users about why they think their computers and my 99.4a should not be mentioned in the same sentence, I wrote an 8-line extended basic program to simulate the Boing demo shown in the Amiga ads. Granted, it is not as fast as the Amiga ball and the sound needs a little work, but it is more than I have ever seen on a Commodore 64 or Atari 800. Plus, it is written in BASIC. I suspect the Amiga and 520 ST versions are done in Assembler or C. So I toss the ball in the court of any Commodore or Atari computer owner to come up with a basic version in 8 lines or less that is better than what can be done on the 99.4a. Here is the program. All right, let's get into Classic 99, which emulates a TI-99 4A in a modern PC. This is the TI-99 4A start screen. Press 2 for Extended Basic. And let's get typing. 100 call clear. Clears the screen. And we're going to type this exactly as written and hope we don't encounter any errors. Call screen 2. Changes the screen to black. In fact, I notice sometimes these magazine listing programs, program listings, are inconsistent about the spaces before and after the double colons. Call color 12, 16, 15. 12, 16, 15. Colon, colon, space. Call magnify 4. So larger sprites. RM, CM equals 6. RM, CM equals 6. RP, CP equals 80. SP equals 128. IP equals 4. Okay, and that's all for line 100. 110. G string equals, okay, let's see here. FF, I always got to go slow and steady with these hex codes. 81, 81, 81, 81, 81, 81. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iterations of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2 more Fs. And end quote. Space, colon, colon, space. B string equals 030 F1, F3 F7, F7 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Fs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 7F7. Okay, and we have to move over to the next column. So pardon me while I scroll over to the next column here. Okay, so this is a much more detailed sprite here. So we've got to keep going. So we had F7, F7, F3, F1. F0, F0. Three C, zero F, zero F, eight F. This is kind of slow going. CF, EF, EF. Actually, let's just do this carefully here. CF, EF, E, CF, EF, E. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Fs in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we have EF, EF. CF, 8F. CF, 8F. 0, C0. And that is all for line 110. 120. Okay, S1 string equals, yeah, lots of sprite hex code typing here. Okay, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 0, 3, 0, 0. 1, 0, 3, 0, 0. F0, F0, F0. FF0F. Let's see, 0, 7, 0, 7, 0, 0. 0, 7, 0, 7, 0, 0. Let's see, F0, F0, F0. Three C, zero F, zero F, zero F. Zero, zero. E0, E0, F0. Okay, FF. 0F, 0F, 0F. 0F, 0F, 0F. 0, 0, C0. 8, 0, 0, 0, 0. 8, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. Quote, space, colon, colon, space. S2 string equals 0. Zero, zero, C1, C3, C4. C1, C3, C4. 3, 4. 3C, 3C. 3C, 3C, yep. 3C, 3C. 3, 3. C3, C3, C3. C0, 30, 30. Three zero three zero zero. C 30383. 30383. CC 2C 2C. Three C 33. C3 C3 C3. C3 C3 C3. CC. Encountering the line length limit here. So you see 0C 0, 0C 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 0, 0C 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 0. End quote. Okay, that's all for line 120. List out the program so far. Okay, 130. S3 equal S3 string. S3 string equals 030 F0 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 F. It's always easy to get lost here. F0 F0 F. F0 F0 F. Especially, actually, I've got it zoomed in quite a bit in front of me. It's a little hard to. I'm like right on top of it. It's actually disorienting a little bit. All right, F0 F0 F. 7070. F0 F. Zero zero F0. F0 F0 F3. Wait a minute. I think I might have made a mistake here. 0 0 F0. Oops. 0 0 F0. Oh no, it's okay. F0. Yeah, we're okay. F0 F0 F3. 0 1. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 8 0. CF. 0F 0F 0F. Let's see. 0 0 F0 F0. E0. Actually, E0 E. F0 F0 F0. F0, C0, end quote. Okay, then space, double colon, space, S4 string equals 0, 30, 30, 30, 33, C3, 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 CC, let's see, CC, 3C, 34, 34, 33, C1, C0, C1, C0, C00, C0, 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 3C, 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 let's see, 3, this is so tricky, 3C, 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 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then a 3, 3C, 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 and a 3. CC, 3C, 3C, 2C, 2C, 23, 2C, 23, one moment. I'm not sure why it's better to put everything on one line as opposed to just put them on two different lines. I really don't get so it runs a tiny bit faster. I don't really get this feature of TI Extended Basic. I kind of get it on the one hand. I'm sure it speeds some things up, but you know, typing in these long lines, it's terrible if you make an error. Okay, so we had 2C23, C38, C38, 3000, end quote. And that should be the end of line 130. Perfect, hopefully no errors. 140, call CHAR. 123, comma, G string, comma, 124, comma, B string, comma, SP, comma, S1 string, comma, 132, comma, S2 string, comma, 136, 136, excuse me, 136, almost had a typo there, 136, S3 string, comma, 140, comma, S4 string. I think that's the end of the call CHAR statement, yep. Okay, colon, colon, space, call VCHAR, one comma 3 comma 123, comma 672, comma, oh, no, after the 672, it's just the in parens. Then we have colon, colon, space, call sprite number 1, comma, sp, comma, 7, comma, rp, comma, cp, comma, rm, comma, cm, comma, number 2, comma, 124 and 16, rp, comma, cp, comma, rm, comma, cm, okay, oops, okay, again, this is, I'm like, why not just break these into separate lines? You don't have to bump onto the extra line to type this. I guess, you know, I don't get it. I really don't. There's nothing wrong with a longer program. It's fine. CM in paren, I think that's the end of line 140. Okay. Perfect. 150. Call position. Number 1, RPCP. Colon, colon, space. If CP is greater than 20, and CP is less than 206, then if RP is greater than 4 and RP is less than 158, then go to 170, else RM equals negative RM, RM equals negative RM, RM equals negative RM, else CM equals negative CM, space, colon, colon, space, IP equals negative IP. IP equals negative IP. That's the end of 150. Okay, 160. We're getting there. Call motion. Number 1, RMCM. Number 2, RMCM. Let's see, in paren, colon, colon, space, call sound, negative 50, 110, zero, comma, 131, zero, comma, 175, zero, negative 8, and 0. 0, negative 8, and 0. At the end of that call sound, yes it is, okay. I think that's the end of 160. Yep. 170. SP equals SP plus IP plus IP times 4 times, oops, not 44, times 4 times, there we go, parentheses, SP equals 128, and Boolean variables here, Boolean values, and IP equals -4, or SP equals 140, and IP equals 4. Okay, end paren, colon, colon, space, call pattern, number 1, comma, SP, colon, colon, go to 150. All right, I think that's the entire program. Okay, let's read the description here first before we run it. Here's a line-by-line explanation of the program. 100 clears the screen, turns it black, sets the grid colors to white on gray, sets sprites at 4 times normal size, initiates the row and column motion, position, sprite pattern, and the increment pattern. 110 designs the grid pattern and the background ball sprite pattern. Since the background color of a sprite defaults to transparent, I had to put a second sprite behind the first one to make the shape look like a ball. 120 to 130, the 4 sprite patterns that give the illusion of motion. A common example is a marquee that turns a light or pattern on and off at different locations. Take a look at each pattern to see how this is done. Let's see, 140 assigns the grid background. Okay, turn to 140 or page 45. What page are we on here? Let's see, 45. Wait a minute, lost my place. Sorry. 45. Okay, this is 45 over here. Here we go. Sorry, when I'm zoomed in so much, it's hard to see where I'm at in the, in the page. There we go. Sprite and foreground sprite patterns, draws the grid, creates the sprites, and sends them on their way. I used SP instead of 128 so that both statements would fit on one line. 150 checks to see if the ball has hit any of the 4 walls. If it has, it reverses the motion variables. Looks like RM or CM. Also, if it hit a sidewall, it reverses the increment pattern variable IP. 160 reverses the actual motion of the sprites, creating the boing sound. If you use a 4 next loop, you get a better sound, but screw up the timing. 170 increments the sprite pattern and checks to see if the pattern needs to be reset to simulate continuous motion. Note how a mathematical formula can replace several statements of if-then coding. Displays the new pattern, goes to line 150 and repeats the process. Since lines 120 and 130 exceed the normal line length limit of extended basic, you will need to use function redo to enter these lines, which we did already. Enter as much as you can until you hear a beep, press the enter key, and then press redo or function 8, and then add the remainder of each line and press enter. Okay, that's the whole program. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope we have no mistakes and run the program. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah, there we go. Check it out. It's the Amiga ball. This is really clever. Get a couple screenshots here in different positions. Yeah, I like it. This is great. This is actually really cool. Not sure what happened there. Let's see if it repeats that same little... Yeah, I'm not sure why it does that. Is that an error or is that intentional? Looks like it's working pretty well, so I think that may just be intentional. All right, well, there you have it, Amiga Boing. A recreation of the Amiga Boing advertisement on the TI-99 4A by Texas Instruments home computer. This is in TI Extended Basic. It's clever. It sure looks like it's rolling around, doesn't it? Nicely done, nicely done. Kind of hypnotic. I love these kind of early hypnotic computer graphics. You know, part math, part psychedelics. Sure seems like it's working as intended, although it's the little small bounces on the edge of the screen concern me. If the rest of it's working so well, I'm not convinced there's a problem. I hope everyone gets a kick out of this one. I'm really enjoying these short type-in demo programs. You know, they're so visual and interesting. I mean, someone took the time to write this. Probably hasn't seen the light of day in a great many years. I'd be very surprised if anyone has typed this in the last 30 years or more. You kind of watch it all day. It's a weird blend of computer systems here, you know, something that started out on Amiga that is now been recreated on the TI-99 4A, and now on the classic 99 emulator emulating a TI-99 4A. Wonder if the author of this program must have had no idea that this was going to be, you know, run by someone, you know, 40 years after the fact. Oh, looks like that's all it's going to do. You know, if anything, I might have added a randomized statement in there and randomized the progression a little bit. You know, this is incredibly deterministic. I might have added something to randomize it just a bit if I were writing this program. But in any case, there you go. That's the Amiga Boing demo. And that was by, let's see here, I gotta remind myself here. That was by John Hamilton of Des Moines, Iowa, from the May 1986 issue of Micropendium Magazine. I hope you enjoyed this little type-in demo. I'm doing lots of these TI Basic and TI Extended Basic type-in demo programs on YouTube via the Classic 99 emulator. So if you want to dabble around and mess around with the Classic 99 and, you know, take a trip down TI 99 4A memory lane, I'll highly recommend it. You know, the Classic 99 emulator is a spectacular emulator that emulates a 99 4A pretty accurately on a modern PC. In any case, yeah, I've got a long list of type-in programs I'll be doing in the near future, so stay tuned. If you happen to be watching this after the fact on my YouTube channel, be sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel. You can find it under my real name, Zachary Fruehling, or under my Twitch handle, Cozy Azeroth, for lots more TI 99 4A content, retro programming, retro gaming, lots of World of Warcraft live streaming these days, and miscellaneous educational videos on a wide variety of topics of interest to me, both professionally and personally. And if you're watching this live on Twitch, I see a couple people watching right now. In fact, I'm not sure what's happening here. If you look, the ball looks like it's stuck. So I don't know if that's an error in the code or if that's just a consequence of the ball's motion. Is it unrecoverable at this point? I'm not sure. But in any case, if you're watching live on Twitch, same thing. Check out my YouTube channel for all the above. And I appreciate any likes and follows and especially subscriptions, all of which help me out greatly in these challenging and troubling financial times. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next video with more TI Basic and TI Extended Basic type-in programs from computer magazines from the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s. Thank you much. I'll catch you in the next video.